Mr. Linderman is excused. Mr. Adams,
Here.
Ms. Hamilton,
Here.
Mr. Smith,
Here.
Mayor Wolf.
Here. This is a, we're at Public Works Building, it's the 13th, 4 o'clock. It's a special meeting to discuss the outside firm for investigation of formal complaints. And we're going to head and get started. We were tasked on basically Monday morning, time really doesn't matter, but it was Monday morning, the 10th, by receiving a couple complaints. Since then, we sat at the council meeting and we decided that we better get the actual complaints to the council and let them read over them. They've done that. In the meantime, we were asked to look at some firms that were able to investigate the claims. So our handbook asks us to move as rapidly as possible and get through it in a timely manner, and that's exactly what we're trying to do. That's why we're meeting here today. I reached out to our attorney and had to see what type of companies he's worked with, and Tammy reached out to Mark Ryan, who did our charter, and he's with the Florida City and County Management Association and the International City County Management Association. We got a couple inputs from these people, sent out emails to find out who would do what, and basically got one call back. Do you know the three that we called, Tammy?
Yes, I got them right in front of
You have all the emails?
Yes, we did receive emails back from the ones that Mr. Ryan had recommended to set up a time, but, you know, the meeting was at 4 o'clock, so we had...
Yeah, and we have all the emails. I mean, it was correspondence like, I'm at the airport, can't call you back till next week, I'll be gone all week. I mean, a lot of different stuff. So we got hold of this prisoner group, and they were very informative. I mean, they have history in this area. They're out of Tallahassee. They have 24 years in the business. Human Resources Group. They do things like employee handbooks, compliant programs, employee law litigation, employee training, HR, and also investigations. They worked in the business sector, in the public sector, and also nonprofit and private. These guys have been around and done a good job. Our council has all the paperwork on it. Tammy and I sat in the office. Obviously, Mr. Truitt, the city administrator, is not part of that. This is for the council. So Tammy and I talked with this group. Pretty much tried to update them as far as who's all involved and who they'd have to interview. And we came up with a number rather than all. We gave them all the names that we thought, and then he came up with a number and said, okay, it's somewhere between 7 or 8 people, you know, and I had suggested to him maybe 10, depending if he wanted to get some other input. And I asked him to put together a quote for us, what that looked like, and we have that here. And it looks like it's to start out, we have an investment of about $5,800 to do the actual interviews. With that said, again, we're supposed to move in a timely manner, and I think this company has enough time in the business to do what they need to do. I'd like to go ahead and get started as quick as possible. Council read over it. Have any questions or comments?
I was just wondering, would the city council also be included in this group, that they would talk to us as well?
we could add them to them, absolutely. We told them we maybe have adders if we needed adders. I mean, they're not talking to me or they're not talking to Julie, to Tammy. They talked to us only because we were trying to put together the package for today. So we had nothing to input as far as who did what or what, it's just how much did it cost, what's your hourly rate, you charge travel, is it better? We even talked a little bit about, could you do Zoom type interviews? And they can do Zoom, that's very common for them to do. But kind of thought that to get started, only out of Tallahassee, it'd be best to bring them down there and do it face to face.
And this was, who picked, was the one you recommended, Chris?
Well, rather than a pick, it was the only one that really responded back to us.
And then you, this Mark, was you sit there, just him?
Yeah, he just reached out to,
To who he knew. And this other one, we just randomly,
no, this is the one that actually we made a phone call, they called me and we set up an interview today.
today, the Ryan.
The prisoner,
Prisoner
Jason.
group, okay, and then,
prisoner group.
and the one that you reached out to was the man with the chart.
Yes, he was our consultant for the charter review committee, which he was amazing. He helps.
He doesn't do the investigation,
No,
he
he
just gave us
doesn't.
a name.
He doesn't do HR at all, so he had to reach out to his colleagues that he knew that would be able to do this.
And on short notice, we just got one that really corresponded to.
The emails that you have are the one, they did respond by email, but this is the one that could do it immediately. They could be here next week. And just a FYI, Julie and I looked at the budget before we came over here, and there is a $150,000 in legal under the budget for that.
Do we not have insurance that maybe a commercial article? Did we check on that?
We do, and we're in the process of checking in that right now, and I don't know the time frame as far as how quick they could do that. Julie is on the phone with them now. They're supposed to call her back.
All right, that's what the cost is, that's who we have, but that's who can start. Is it council have a better suggestion or want to move forward, or what do you want to do?
There is, so it's 5,800, is that gonna be it? It says reasonable expenses such as mileage. Your city for the flat fee cost of 5,800 plus reasonable expense such as mileage, meals, lodging, may be necessary.
That's the initial interview, and that's all it is, Jason. It's just like working with a lawyer. You're gonna go there and give them information. They're gonna gather that information. They may come back 2 or 3 more times, or they may not.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely need to get moving forward.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it happens. It's government, I guess, that we're gonna go into not knowing how much money we're gonna spend and that this is gonna cost us money. I did have a chance to read the allegations. I didn't, obviously they were given to us at the last meeting, but there were definitely some serious allegations. I'm sure that everybody has read through this. So it's quite a bit of stuff in there. How long do they say? Do we have any idea how long this will take? Did they give any clue?
They did. They when I talked to him, we were in there. He initially said that he'll do the initial interviews, write something up. Most likely, whenever those interviews are done, some other information comes out. They'll have to do another series. So it's a good possibility they could do 2 series of interviews.
Yeah, so what are we, next week, and then, can we wrap this thing up and 3 or 4 weeks,
Jason
is that?
said that he felt like that he possibly, if it's 10 employees that he is speaking to, around that amount, that possibly could do it in 1 day, probably maybe 2 days, and then they would take that information and come back to us with a report.
Okay, it'd be number 2, the city council, to add that to the list. That's fine.
So, it's hard to believe that we're already at this point where we're having to spend money on these type of things, but, you know, it happens.
That's what our handbook tells us to do.
It does,
Yeah.
it does.
Do you have a motion to move forward and, add an agreement on these people or not?
My concern is, Richard, is that since we just have two complaints, is that what we got? I'm afraid we're gonna have more.
Well, we'll take those as they come, but what we're dealing with today is 2 complaints. The 2 complaints is what we talked about at the council meeting. Could there be more? Absolutely.
Yes. I was looking at the bigger picture.
And we made them aware of that, if there were more complaints to come in, and
Okay.
they were on board
I
with
just
that.
want to know that they understand what we
Yes.
up against, and
Yes,
you know, I know you and Richard talked to him, but it would be nice on like this house, maybe we could.
I do have one thing I want to say on, make sure it's in the public. I received a call from a citizen. It was concerning. Said that possibly me and another council member were somehow coercing to bring in a previous employee, council member. Somehow this is what's been said. I want it said here at this table that by no means is there anything been done like that or will be done. And I just want it out in the public because a person called me, said they spoke with a council person at this table, and it was just a rumor that me and another council member were somehow coercing to bring back a prior employee, city council member in some form or fashion. I don't know what it was. I didn't get the whole answer. I was kind of hit the ceiling with it. And I was like, by no means is that happening. So I want to quell down any rumors here that there's another agenda.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah. Do we want to move forward?
Let's talk about that.
I just want to sit here at the table.
Do we have a motion to move forward with Prison Group? Or what do we got? This is where the council makes decisions. Or do we want to move forward? It says in our handbook we need to move forward. We're asked to look at some funds. We've done that. Please tell me why we would not want to move forward.
Would we possibly maybe want to hear back from some other firms? You know, I mean, this information has already gotten out there that we were going to use this firm because I've gotten calls about it today.
You have?
Yes, I have. So,
This is the first
yeah,
I've
I
seen
mean, I
it.
have. So, I mean, there's other people included in the loop of this, when I didn't even know about it, so.
no idea.
You know,
Okay.
I'm thinking if that's the case, maybe we need to look for some other groups as well.
Do we want to get 3 bids? Is that what you want?
I
Is
think
that
that
what
would
we're
be,
looking for? We're going to take some time.
well, so be it. Because these shouldn't already be out in the public, when I didn't even know about it.
I just found out about it when I got here. Where'd y'all get it from? You sent me an email? About this? You know I'm good at checking
Guys,
emails.
can we please concentrate on what we need to do? Do we want to make a motion to get 3 bids?
Make a motion to get 3 bids.
There's a second on that?
How quick I mean,
We
we're
don't
making
know.
a motion to get 3 bids out.
Right, it may take some time, there's a possibility it may take some time. I mean,
Once again, I guess we gotta, I mean, I can't believe we're spending money on this.
Or maybe even more reason to get another bid, maybe there's a better price on it.
Yeah, it's just,
you gotta
with all the
do that.
allegations that are here, all the stuff we've been through,
You're looking at.
there's a motion on the table.
You're looking at $300 an hour no matter where you go, I think, and there's possibility, we saw some of them for $500 an hour, so.
Yeah.
I was surprised the prices came in, to tell you the truth.
I'm surprised at the flat rate, that's what, I don't know, that's what scared me.
I mean, it does say flat rate, but I understand attorney fees.
Yeah, they go ahead and add.
All right, do we wanna move on to, come back with another motion, or where are we at? I suggest that we hire this group and move forward. I'm not making a motion, I'm asking the council what they wanna do. I think that Tammy's done her work, I think I've done the work that needs to be done to investigate this place. This is not somebody that is not being involved in this. I have mentioned to you who they've been involved with. They've been involved with every facet of employee.
And this group came, Mark Ryan,
This group came from the
as a
recommendation
recommendation from Mark,
Mark,
Yes,
who
which
did
I
our,
trust him.
and he's with the FCCMA.
he's with the Florida City of County Management Association, and also the International City of County Management.
So he's a neutral.
He's the one that did our,
He's a
on
neutral
charter,
source.
Well, maybe we should wait till we have a full city council. We can't make a decision today on anything.
What's the, I guess I'm trying to understand, what's the reason for not wanting to go with this company? I mean,
Well, because it concerned me that it was already out publicly to citizens when I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, well,
So what, what's the scuttlebutt on that? And therefore, I feel like we need to have 3 bids and 3 different organizations to consult with. I mean, this may be perfectly fine, but I think as a citizen and a council member, normally we do 3 bids on things.
yeah, I know we're here for
Pursue
this, but
that.
I mean, my thing is, I think we need to ask the city administrator for his resignation.
well, we can't listen, let's concentrate on this first, guys.
I agree with that too.
There are steps to take. That's not something you just
Huh?
abruptly
Do we have a motion to get the 3 bids? Do we have a motion to go with this bid? What is the motion at the table?
I made one motion to go with 3 bids.
Okay, do we have a second on that motion? Doesn't look like it.
If we're gonna move down, I mean, I know Miss Ann, I agree with that, but we do have a good firm here that can
Well,
do it.
we're saying that, but none of us really know, so why not pursue other firms? I mean, this is a good referral from somebody that we know, but I'd like to pursue other ones because it was disturbing to me that it was already out there in the public about this group when we didn't.
That is,
Jerry didn't know about it, I
didn't
didn't
get
know
it.
about it.
I didn't
Well,
get
then
it.
why does the public already know about it? How does that get
I
out?
would like to know that as well, because the only conversation that
Yeah.
I had was with the mayor. The mayor and I were the only ones.
Okay, well, Mitch Coleman called me and told me that this had
Well,
been
he must
decided. How did he get in the loop of that?
Mitch Coleman might have known that we were trying to look for a group to do an investigation.
He said we
Yeah,
had
he
hired
did.
somebody,
I
how
know
lucky
that.
we were to get him so quickly, that's what he said.
All right. how
What
do we
was
move
that,
forward?
I'll second your motion.
Okay.
All right, take a roll, please.
Ms. Hamilton,
Yes.
Mayor Wolf,
No.
Mr. Smith,
Can I ask what the motion was, is it for 3 bids, is that what she asked?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Mr. Adams,
Yes.
We good, you got it all? Got a motion motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn?